globalization is. And
I don't
under this
disagree with
idea of
globalization.
no freedom, now think about the baboon situation where you don't mind taking your shoes off,
right?
But look at when you take your shoes off, you're answering to a higher authority that's telling you you are letting those baboons control you, thinking that they have the sense to handle the shoe taking off. Let me tell you how fucking stupid the TSA is. They are they're reactive. They're not proactive.
Exactly.
They just wait around for someone who wants to kill you to be smarter than them, and then they just say the thing they try to do is the new rule. And I let them control my shit.
No, if they were proactive, they'd be controlling your shit. To me, if they're reactive, it means they're really not that bright. They're not this amazing controlling entity.
But
we all see
you.
something happen, and we go, you know what? That could be a major problem. Like, for instance, 9/11 happened only because the cockpits, they were trained to come out and negotiate. Had that not been the training of those pilots, 9/11 never would have happened. If they would not have gotten in the doors, had the pilots not been trained to open the door, or they just locked the door, 9/11 wouldn't have happened. So it's like we learn. Now you can't get in the cockpit that way, so they have to try another way. It's a chess game. It's a chess game. That's all it is. And it doesn't mean that there's some controlling faction trying, because taking the shoes off is not, to me, them trying to lull us to sleep. I don't mind doing it because I don't want to be sitting next to a guy who fucking lights his foot on fire, and I fucking plunge 30,000 feet.
I certainly don't want an X-ray looking at my little dick.
See, I don't mind that, though. I don't mind it.
Because you're swinging.
Who's stupid enough?
Fuck that.
Who's stupid enough to go to an airport with a fucking shoe bomb at this point?
Right.
It's going to be done in another way now. That's pretty obvious.
To me, I go, it's just, right.
I'm not saying there's no conspiracy. I'm not even saying you're wrong.
Let's summarize, because we got to take a break.
I don't think that there's a controlling entity that is smart enough. I really don't think so. They're not evolved any further than we are. They're the same fucking dummies that we are.
And I don't think it's a grand plan. I just think it's the way things are progressing because we've come up with things like the internet. It's made the world a lot smaller. Globalization has made like your big World War II things impossible now. We're too dependent on each other's countries to be at war with each other anymore. We really are. You can't.
And now, if you don't have patriotism as a motivation, and you got to move into this global thing, there's got to be a leader. Don't you feel it's odd because, well, I do. Maybe it's because I'm a white person too in this country, but I feel like I don't want to be part of this globalization because I feel we're better than the rest of the world. That's the game we played before. Now it's a new fucking game.
It worked well before because we were better and we did much better.
But that was the pimp. That was the pimp shit they laid on us. That's the thing about us.
How long is this
playing
process
sports
going to take?
Exactly.
And we're world champs, but we don't play nobody else. That's what the thing.
Passed on. Generations are actually using this grand plan that spans generations.
And then all they do is fuck it up. It's like I think let's just take out the idea of a terrible global leader. Just for devil's advocate, remove that.
Yeah,
we're all going to be taller. What is when you look at global? And again, I go with kind of Kaku's theory about as a planet evolving.
Yeah,
removing the evil entity that say is going to run it. Globalization, us becoming kind of one cornball, say a community, is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because people live a lot longer now. We know a lot more now. We're going to be able to colonize other. It's not this horrible thing where we're all going to be under the control of some monster necessarily.
But it's not in our nature as human beings to like other people of other lands and cultures. It isn't.
I don't think we know that yet.
That's what patriotism is about. We are Americans. We're so much fucking better than you.
But
we don't like being thought of that, well, we'll just be part of the fucking machine. We want to be the fucking machine.
No.
That was Rome and China before the internet, though. Well, let's be honest.
Yeah,
we've expanded. At one point, we didn't like the guy at the fucking cave down the fucking a mile down the road. That was the problem. Yeah. Now it's people outside the borders of the country, and then sooner or later it'll be a global thing. It's like almost like the people we consider ours just keeps expanding. It's just a slow process. But it started with fucking 10 guys in a circle throwing rocks at anybody who walked over.
I thought there was a cracker in the middle.
No, that was the beginning of fun and true friendship. And one guy pretending that he didn't want to eat the cracker.
Yes.
Ugh, ugh, ugh.
The caveman all jerking off in a circle.
But we're just expanding. That's all it is. I mean, you know, if the
Where's
idea.
my flame loincloth?
That's why they didn't have fire for a while. They kept putting out the fire with their own jizz.
Let me carve a logo onto this bone, and then shove it in my ass. Boo!
We're getting back to the funny, which is good.
You don't fuck a bitch who thinks she can be number one. I cheat on my girl. It's with fat bitches.